Some houses are noisy, but not alive. They call it marital issues, but some problems are older than the couple. In a quiet Yoruba compound on the outskirts of Ibadan, weddings were common. Drums spoke, photographs froze happiness, yet something always followed. Distance, bitterness, silence. Why are we always fighting? Damilola asked one evening, her voice low, tired. I don't know. It just feels like anything you say annoys me lately. Do you even hear yourself? He sighed. I don't want to be angry. I just wake up angry. Silence filled the room. No infidelity, no violence, just a growing hatred that had no clear source, and no one knew about the altar. Years before Christianity entered the family, before church bells and wedding rings, an ancestor stood barefoot before a shrine. I am tired of being nothing. Give my sons a name. Let them rise. The chief priest studied him. There is always a price. The man nodded. Take peace. Just let them succeed. At that moment, blood touched the earth. The covenant was sealed, and the altar waited. One weekend, Damilola decided to visit her mother-in-law. Mommy, have you noticed something in our family? The older woman paused. Noticed what, Damilola? In this family, marriages don't last. The woman stiffened. Damilola, you shouldn't talk like that. Every home has issues. But mommy, Damilola pressed gently. It feels patterned. Go and pray, her mother-in-law said sharply. Don't dig where you shouldn't. Some families don't deny the problem, not because they don't see it. They deny it because they fear what they might find. That night, after another round of argument that began over nothing, Damilola sat on the edge of the bed. I'm tired, she whispered. I don't recognize us anymore. Her husband rubbed his face. Sometimes, I feel like something doesn't want this marriage to work, he said quietly. Damilola looked at him. You feel it too? He nodded. And that was the night she prayed differently. Jesus, she said softly, if this didn't start with us, show it to me. And the dream came. She saw a beautiful house with a hidden altar beneath the floor, causing marriages to walk in circles. The next morning, she turned to her husband. We need to pray. I think this is spiritual. No, in fact, I know it is. But her husband wasn't convinced enough to pray with her. She went on her knees and kept repeating these words. I renounce agreements I did not sign. I reject inheritances I did not choose. I refuse this pattern. My marriage will not pay for ancient deals. Days later, resistance rose. Arguments tried to return. Fear even knocked harder. Why is it getting worse since you started praying? Her husband spoke with frustration all over. He wasn't angry at her, he was tired. Damilola didn't respond immediately. Then calmly she said, because something is being confronted. Her husband, looking at her, asked, is peace supposed to feel like war? Damilola looked at him. Freedom always does, especially when something has ruled quietly for years. That night, the atmosphere in the house shifted. It felt as though the house itself was restless. And then, it happened. I saw it! Damilola's husband woke up suddenly, breathing hard. You saw what? Damilola responded fearfully. An old place. I don't know how else to explain it. Indeed, something has been confronting us. Damilola closed her eyes. Then, it means we are close. The next days were harder. Arguments tried to return. Louder this time. Misunderstandings multiplied. Peace knocked and was challenged at the door. Once in anger, he grabbed his car keys and said, maybe we should take a break from all this praying. Damilola stood in front of the door. If we stop now, we go back to pretending. He stared at her. What do you mean? Then she replied, pretending that we don't know what we know. At that word, he dropped the keys. On the seventh night, they prayed again. No shouting, no long words, just surrender. Jesus, Damilola's husband said, if this marriage will survive, you must take over. And that was all. The change did not come like lightning. It came like morning. They woke up and the heaviness was gone. Not reduced, I mean gone. Conversation flowed without effort. Affection returned without fear. The house felt clean. Weeks later, when Damilola went with her husband to visit her mother-in-law, the old woman watched them from the kitchen doorway and noticed the laughter, the ease, the absence of tension she had grown used to. And then she called Damilola aside. Dami, you people are different. What did you do? Damilola answered, Mama, we prayed, oh. The woman looked at her. Who did you pray to? Damilola responded, we prayed to Jesus. Then her mother-in-law looked at her. Do you know that in this family, peace never stays long? Damilola met her eyes. Mama, that's why we didn't ask for peace. We asked for freedom. Because when Jesus enters a home, he does not manage altars. He dismantles them.